Welcome to the Family Law Now podcast and our YouTube channel. Today we're going to take a brief look at the Academy Theatre, some concerts or a concert they put on as a fundraiser, and we're going to learn more about the Academy Theatre today. I have a very special guest with us today, Michael Piggott. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Russ.
All right, so let's get at it. We just finished our draw. You'll see that video online shortly. But more importantly, I'm here with Mike Piggott, the chairman of the board of the Academy Theatre. He's agreed to just give us a little bit of background. A lot of our clients are not from Lindsay, so they don't know what the Academy Theatre is all about. Usually people who live in Lindsay are proud supporters of the theatre. But tell us what the theatre is about. What are we doing with this concert in this fantastic building that we're sitting in today?
Well, first off, thanks, Russ. Appreciate you coming to the table and, as I said earlier, recognizing the cultural, the social, and the economic significance of having a theatre like this in the town of Lindsay. I know you just said you're just one of the sponsors, but Russ is our main sponsor for this event. You can see at the table there we have some other people that have generously donated some of their time and some monies to this great cause. So Wednesday night, which is September 30th, and October 1st of this week, we're going to have a benefit concert at the Drive-In Theatre, just down the road here on Pigeon Lake Road, County Road 17. If you look to my right here, you'll see all the performers that'll be donating their time and talent to this great cause to support this theatre. Headlining, of course, is James Barker, local boy who is making it big down in the United States and all around the world, and we sure appreciate him coming home again for this concert.
James just won an award.
Yeah, it's last night at the Canadian Country Music Awards. I believe they got Single of the Year, so make sure you guys come out and you'll get to see that song live out at the Drive-In Theatre Wednesday night or Thursday night this week.
So tell us about this building. This is pretty spectacular for a small community to have a building in a theatre like this.
Yeah,
when was it built?
We're extremely lucky. This theatre was built in 1892. Construction began in 1892, opened in 1893. It's undergone a few renovations since then. It's certainly a lot of money to keep a building like this going, but as I said, the economic, the social, and the cultural impacts on a town of this size is, really can't be measured.
All right, a little bit of a curveball for you here,
Sure.
Mike. Favorite act that you saw play?
Favorite act? I can tell you, you know what? I've been really fortunate to seen a lot of concerts here. To put a favorite one would be, well, the favorite one you're going to see is obviously going to be Wednesday night and Thursday night out here at the Drive-In. But the ones I really like. I usually sit up in the balcony. I love sitting up in the balcony in the old seats.
You sit up there because it's close to the bar.
It's close to the bar, which is a positive. There's 2 bars in this thing, and if you want to get better bar service,
there's 2 bars.
2 bars. If you want better service, go to the balcony upstairs.
And the good bourbon's upstairs.
Good bourbon's upstairs,
okay.
Exactly. So you're looking at Steve Earle was fantastic here. Alan Doyle was amazing here. Marty Stewart. I mean, the list goes on and on. We've had a lot of really, really famous people. I know you said earlier you thought Elvis played here, but Elvis did not play here, Russ.
I did not say that.
Somebody said that.
In addition to the musical acts, there's lots of great theater. The local people from Lindsay put on shows every Christmas. There's one of my favorites, and I'm dating myself here, was I think Norm Macdonald played here maybe 16 years ago.
Oh yeah.
So lots of comedians, lots of local comedians play here. It's just a real heartbeat of town in terms of the arts.
And I mean, some of the people that you talk about too. Probably one of the funnest times we had here was probably 2 years ago when the Strombella's local band made it big. Some of them are going to be at the concert.
The house was rocking that.
Oh, that was amazing. We had an
concert.
afternoon and an evening show, and it was so much fun. Anybody that was fortunate enough to come to that concert.
And that's just as they were starting to break into fame.
Yeah.
So they had all the songs.
Yep.
But they hadn't been chart stoppers,
Yep.
and they weren't movie soundtracks.
Yep.
But they were just on the cusp, but it was really a fantastic night.
Yeah, it was amazing. And instrumental in this concert that we're putting on Wednesday night and Thursday night was Daryl James. He plays with the Strombellas. He's used some of his contacts to get people to help us put this production together. It is going to be super professional. It's going to be so great. And as we talked about earlier, there's only a few tickets left. Wednesday night, there's a few left. Thursday night's sold out. So, and we're expecting Wednesday night to sell out in the next day or two for sure. So.
Now, not everybody might not make it to the concert.
Right.
You know, we've got kids homeschooling. We've got people who are very anxious about leaving their home for
Yep.
health conditions. How are some other ways people can support the Academy?
One of the best ways is go online, support us at www.academytheatre.ca, and you can go on our website there, and there's a donate button, and
But you can become a member too.
you can become a member at the theatre. It's $25, and you become a member of the Academy Theatre, and you become part of the membership. Yeah.
And it gives you a chance to vote in terms of policies or changes
Yep.
that you want to make.
Yep. Yeah, it's a great way to involve yourself in the theatre without putting too much time in it. And I'm glad you mentioned that. One of the things that I should thank out there to the people that are watching is the board of directors that put on, that come here once or twice a month for meetings, and also do a great deal throughout the month between meetings. The theatre would not be able to function without the board of directors. So I just want to give a shout out to them and thank them all very much for all the work they have done and continue to do. The staff we have here, Craig, our manager, our box office with Patty, Jeff, our technical director, and others. We just, you know, couldn't happen without
A
them.
lot of people don't appreciate this is a volunteer board.
Yes.
So people are putting their time in. Not everybody's going to be happy with
Right.
the decisions.
Sure.
You're not getting paid to do it. It's
Right.
just a complete service.
Correct.
And there's other volunteers who support the
We have a
theater as well.
list of roughly 120 volunteers that help with making sure the ushers get to your seat safely, bartenders that serve the drinks. It takes a whole community to put on a theater like this, because we, you know, I don't like to talk about it too much, but at the same time, I really want everybody to be aware we get no provincial, municipal, or federal funding.
Yeah.
This theater is a total non-profit, and it's just the love of the people and the patrons that come here that keep these doors open.
Right.
And right now, it's super, super tough. And thankfully to sponsors like yourself and everybody else you see on the sheet there that are you know, digging in and recognize the significance of this theater to this town.
And the arts is so important for mental health.
Yes.
Right? You know, people have been in isolation for several months. We're coming out of it now. They're talking about a second wave. But the arts really does help people get through difficult times.
It does. It does for sure. It's key. There's many studies that show the significance of having you know, a theater in your hometown, and going to the theater, being involved in the theater, supporting a theater. You know, it's super important.
Yeah. Now the building it looks in great shape.
Yep.
You've had some renovations done recently.
Yep.
What are some of the changes you guys have made?
Well, we just did a paint job here a few years ago. Mr. Piggott and his team came in and did a fantastic job on the paint job here. We put in some new seats, some new larger, comfortable seats. We kept the balcony original, so if you ever want to come and see what it used to look like, we're keeping the balcony original with the old seats. And like Russ said, closer to the bar, which is also very
Right.
nice.
And all this costs money though, right?
All this
So
costs a lot of money.
fundraising
Fundraising is super important.
Volunteers.
Yeah, yeah.
Any major steps or major renovations you're looking at in the future coming down the pipe?
Oh, there's just so many. We got the HVAC system, the heating, ventilation, air conditioning. It's getting old. The lighting's getting old. The sound's getting old. Some of our boards. It's just it's an ongoing process. It really is. Outside, our patio needs a pile of work. You know, there's just always something to do with the building that's, you know, 130 years old. So.
And the marquee looks great. That was recent.
Marquee's great. We're about half done that. We got the horizontal one going now. We want to put a little more decorations on the top. We'd like to do a vertical one up there, maybe more period specific, back to when the old Academy Theatre was, you know, when it first started. So it'd be nice to get that done too. Everything's still on our website, www.academytheatre.ca. Everything's on there. You can see tickets. A lot of things are postponed right now. It is really, we are going to be announcing a big fundraiser coming up very, very soon. Once this concert's over, we're super excited about that. We've got a lot of people that want to help and support, which is going to be great. Concerts will be coming back here again, for sure. We have the ways and the means, and people, promoters, etc., have been calling us and saying, you know, when we come back, we know we're going to be playing to maybe a reduced house. So would you guys be interested in doing 2 shows in a night? Sure, so the performers might have to do 2 shows in one night. They'll play to 100 or 120 people once this, we get through this pandemic. But like right now, it's not beneficial for us to open up. If you want to have any singing or any wind instruments, you have to have plexiglass from top to bottom here right now. So we're looking at partnering with people like Danny out at the Lindsay Drive-In and doing some other stuff until then, until we're able to open back up.
Yeah, great stuff. How many do you see here, Mike?
There's a good example right there. You see the things are falling apart here right now. We need your money.
Was that staged or what?
That was not staged,
looks like
no.
you've got a hand back there pushing that around. Sorry, what's your seating capacity here?
Seating capacity is 550.
Right. So you lost a few when you put the bigger seats
Lost a few
in.
when we put the seats in, but they're a little bigger, a little more comfy.
So 100 people, you're going to be nicely spread out here.
Yeah. In the spring, we're just, we're sitting waiting. We don't know, like everybody else, when the pandemic's going to be over, obviously. We do know that this is probably going to be the last place open in Lindsay because, putting 550 people in a building like this, it's going to take a long time till we get back to those numbers again, but we're going to be here for you.
Well, that's great stuff. I want to thank everybody for watching this. It's a really important institution in Lindsay, and now you got a bit of background information about what the Academy Theatre is all about. Again, we have this Home Again concert coming up, but there's lots of other ways you can support the theatre. You can become a volunteer, you can make a donation, visit their site, academytheatre.ca. Mike, thanks for all the work you've done putting this together. And,
thank you, Russ. Appreciate it.
Sitting with us today.
We'll see you Wednesday night and Thursday night.
Both nights.
At the drive-in. Thanks, everyone.
So I want to thank our listeners and our viewers today. This has been a really important podcast and YouTube video we shot with Michael Piggott. I want to thank Mike Piggott for his insight and all the support he's done for the arts in Lindsay. Stay tuned. If you have any comments you want to leave us, you can like this video, you can share it, you can subscribe at the bottom. Put your comments in the comment box. We're going to endeavor to answer everybody's questions at the end of the week. Thank you for watching and listening to Family Law Now today.